Good morning everyone and welcome to our level 2 mat class. So this is a more advanced mat class. It's really for those of you who are fit and well and not sporting any issues or injuries at the moment. And if you're fairly well practiced at Pilates, so you're very familiar with the exercises and the moves, and you've been working on progressions of the more basic exercises. So we're going to start in a moment. I'm just going to turn the music down a fraction because I think it's going to get a little bit loud. Okay, so who have we got hopping on? Mick. Good morning, Mick. Mick, be careful with this one. Okay, so we're going to start in our good standing posture, lengthening up through the legs, pelvis into neutral, stretching up through the spine, balancing the head in the centre of the shoulders. So if you do normally have your head a little bit tilted or turned to one side, just see if you can create some awareness of that. And we're going to start with our breath. Breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, let's start to shrug the shoulders with that breath in and breath out. Just feeling how those shoulders are moving. So while we're doing this warm up, just creating some awareness of the body and how it's feeling today. Little stretch over to the side, breath in. Exhale, pull up, lift out of the hips. Inhale. Feeling really steady on the feet, connected to the ground. So it's a good opportunity to be aware of the feet while you're doing this standing work. Okay, let's just take a gentle rotation. Again, make sure that's from above the hips. We're keeping the hips fixed and still. So if you're watching this class and thinking of taking part and you have osteoporosis, then maybe a level 1 mat class will be much more appropriate for you. And into the feet. Let's go to those foot pedals. We're going to keep it moving today. So I will keep cueing you, letting you know what's happening. And you can just follow along. And where you maybe can't see me, if we're in 4-point position or down on the mat, just listen because you'll know these exercises. So really articulate through the feet here. Feeling that lovely work into the toes. Okay, now let's go into arm circles. Breath in. Now reach out really wide. I want you to get as much width across those fingertips as you can. Reaching down. Let's do 2 more. And one last one. Now, we're going to go back to that rotation, but I want you to add it into your foot pedals. So we're just going to turn and down. Turn and down. Be very careful not to hitch that hip up, keeping those hips level. We're going to do 1 more each side. Okay, now we're going to turn the palms to the front and take a lovely stretch into the lats. So let's reach those little fingers out. Shoulders down, reach up for the ceiling. And bring the arms back down again. Reaching up. And back down. So it's palms to the front for this, and think of leading with your little finger to feel that stretch going down the outside of the arms and down the sides of the back. Now let's add in a leg. So as we take the arms up, we're going to stretch one leg out to the side, slide out on that toe. We're staying parallel. So try, if you can, to keep that knee pointing forwards. Think of leading with the outside of your ankle rather than turning the leg out. Now this last one, can you bring that leg all the way in? Feet together. Now squeeze the knees together. Let's take a breath in, lift out of the hips, and exhale, we're going over. And down. Changing sides. Stretching over. And down. One more. And then let's go back to that stretch, other leg. So we're sliding out, reach up, and bring it back in, hip distance. Slide out, knee pointing forwards. So I'd like you to try and feel it in the side of the hip right here, rather than round into the back. And again, bringing those feet together. This time, we're going to take the arms forwards, shoulders down, and we're going to peel up onto the toes and roll it back down. Spread the toes out, lift, squeeze those knees together. Can you get that wonderful midline connection? Try and keep the knees really close inside of the knees. Let's do two more. Nice and controlled, especially that lowering. That's the hardest bit. Lower it down with control. Wonderful. Right, from there we're going to step a little bit further apart. I'm going to turn, we're going to do monkey squats. So let's take it into the heels, pressure into the heels, knees over the toes, and pushing up. Down into that squat. We're going to be adding a few things in, so listen out. Remember, you don't have to add them in if you don't want to. Okay, let's add in a swimming arm. So we're going to start with the arms out. I might need to move this way a little bit. Okay, give yourself enough space. Turn the palms outwards, thumbs down. Reach around the back and come back up. Turn and reach and back up. One more. Okay, this time into that squat we're going to hold. Can you lift one heel without your hip coming up with you? Alternating side to side. So you're really feeling it's the legs doing the work, not your back. Hips stay level. Calves are working here. Keep lengthening that spine. Now let's push up and take a stretch. And bring it down. Wonderful. Okay, from there, we're coming into tandem stance now. You can have an open tandem if you're feeling brave, heel to toe. Now zip up through that midline. We've already got it connected. We're just going to take a little stretch and up. So if you're feeling a little bit wobbly, step to open tandem, or if you need to, feet together. Just check you've got the same pressure in each foot. It's very easy to sort of stand on one foot here. Now we're going to step onto that back foot. Lift up tall, we're going into a knee lift. Peel that foot up off the floor, lift the knee, And we're going to step it back down again. In front, change the pressure even. Rock back, so it's like doing a little bit of a sway. Pick up that knee. Peel it down, step onto it. Step back. Peel up. And one more. And step it down. Now, taking the opposite arm up, squeeze those legs together, take a stretch over and down. So this really does challenge your balance, challenges that midline. Keep that engagement. Okay, we're going back to that knee lift, but we're going to add in an extension. Extend the leg, bring it in, roll it down, peel it up, extend, bring it in, roll it down, peel up, extend, and down. One last one. Extend. Now, can you take it to the back? Step onto it. I might need to just step forwards. There we go. So we're on the other side. Now let's zip up. Even pressure through both feet. And we're starting with that little stretch over. And pull up. So the more you engage that midline through the legs, the stronger and more stable you're going to feel. Ooh, she says. Wasn't concentrating then. Okay, into that knee lift, step onto the back foot, peel up, lift the knee and step it down. Step forwards, step back, lift, and forwards and back. I am feeling a little bit wobbly this morning. And forwards. And last one. Ooh, let's see how I get on with this stretch over then. This is the harder one. Okay, we have to really focus. Zip those legs together. Arm is coming up and we're reaching over and down. So 4 of these in total. One last one, and then are we ready? Let's go back to those knee lifts and add in that extension. Let's step back, peel up, lift the knee, extend, fold it in and bring it down. And it's that awareness of where your other foot is so that you don't stand on your own toes. Extend and down. One last one. Extend and step it in. Wonderful. Okay, from there we're going to come down onto the mats into seated now. So I think we'll transition if you want to with a little bit of a roll down. If you'd rather just come down onto the mats, then please do. So from that good standing posture, let's take the arms up, bring them forwards. We're going to tuck the chin back and feel that we lengthen the back of the neck, lengthen through the spine, all the way down. Pelvis is the last thing to tilt. Down to the floor, we're going to walk out. I'm walking my legs back into that plank position and holding. Knee down, take a stretch back. And on your next breath out, curling up through the spine. And let's bring those legs out in front. So if you can, sitting with those feet flat, feet and knees hip distance, let's just take hold of behind the knees. We're going to sit tall, feel that you're up on those sitting bones. And let's take a breath out and curl back. Inhale, lift up out of the hips. Exhale, curling back. Inhale, lifting up tall. So feel that this movement comes from the pelvis rather than starting at the shoulders. One last one. Feel that you're lengthening the spine and lengthening away from your legs. Now, let's take the arms forwards and we're going to go into a bow and arrow. So the hips are fixed and we're keeping those shoulders engaged. Pulling up tall, make sure that that's through your abdominals. So notice if you feel you're gripping your hips. Let's take a big arm circle and round. I'm going to move this way a touch, give myself enough space. I want to really feel that length through the arms. One last one. Okay, taking those arms forwards, let's take it hands free. Let's just retract those shoulders and again moving from the pelvis and pulling back up really tall. Use those abdominals and pull up. Let's exhale as we curl back. Are your knees staying still? Feel that lovely connection to the floor through your feet. Now we're staying here. Can you go back to that bow and arrow? Rotate. Okay, into your arm circles, but let's add in some extension. So we're going to come forwards, lift, open to the ceiling, and exhale, curl back. Inhale up and extend. Exhale, curling back. One last one. And then we're going to repeat. Let's curl back. And pull up. Just see if you can go that little bit deeper. Can we go a bit further? Right onto the back of the hips. Reach away from your legs. Create as much length in your spine as you can. One last one and we're going to hold. Can you hold it here? Go back to your bow and arrow. Keep those knees still. Okay, back to our circles. Let's come forwards. Lift the chest, draw those shoulders back and round. Exhale, curl back, nice and deep. Pulling up. And up. And lift. Wonderful. Just take a little release over the legs. Reach for your toes. Relax the head down, lengthen the spine. And then exhale to curl up. Right, we're going to extend the left leg now. Stretch it out, just checking I've got enough space behind me. And take hold of the right leg behind the knee. And we're going to curl all the way down. So just retract those shoulders, lengthen the spine. And again, let's move from the pelvis. Tuck under. We're going to roll down, take that leg with us. All the way down. We're going in to climb the tree. So let's nod the chin, look to the knee. I know it's your favourite. Start to extend that leg as you curl up. Open the chest at the top and curl back down. Nod the chin. Curl up. Now that other leg, can you try and feel anchored through your heel rather than the back of the knee for me? We've got one last one. Coming up, lift the chest. We're going to bend that knee in. Wrap your left hand around the foot. We're going to extend the arm out, stretch that leg out, and reach over the top into a forward fold. And this is where we pick up the other leg and curl all the way down. Anchor the heel of your right leg. Let's nod the chin. Exhale. Curl up. Lift the chest. Are we stretching those feet as well? Stretch that leg out all the way along. And back down. And curling up. Lift that chest. Let's bring that leg in. Wrap the right hand round. Stretch the leg out. Open that arm. And reach up and over. And restack. Okay. Anchor down through your heels for me because we're going to roll all the way down now. So try and keep the knees just slightly soft. Press the heels down and away from you. Let's pull those shoulders back and tuck the pelvis under. So we're going to curl down, trying not to move those heels too much. Haven't quite got room for a full stretch. But never mind, let's bring those arms down. Okay, from there, we're coming into knees bent. Feet and knees hip distance. Opening the shoulders. And we're going to take the palms downwards. I'd like you to slide the hands along the floor, nod the chin, and we're just going to curl up, lift head and shoulders. And curl back down. Nod the chin, exhale. And inhale. And one more. Okay, from there, open the shoulders, rest onto those little fingers into shoulder bridge. So let's bring the spine down to just touch the mat. Think of pushing those knees forwards as you lift up and curling back down. Need to be a little bit closer, that's better. So just feel for that position where you know you are pressing down through those heels and getting those glutes working. Let's curl through the spine. We're going to be adding bits onto both of these moves. Articulate all the way down through that spine. Don't miss out any bits. One last one. Are your big toes still on the floor? Pushing forwards. Get that lift. And then let's curl it back down. Okay, we're going to take the arms up. Reach for the ceiling and then retract the shoulders. Let's bring the hands together. Okay, looking towards your fingertips. Let's nod the chin. We're going to push the fingertips through the knees. So we nod the chin, we exhale, curl up. Push the hands through the knees and down. now. Open the arms out into your shoulder bridge, curl up. Push the knees forwards, hold at the top. Can you give me a little dip? And squeeze back up, pushing forwards as you lift. Can you feel that both glutes are working evenly? And curl back down. Let's lift those arms again. Push up to the ceiling. Retract the shoulders. This time we're going to the outsides. So let's nod the chin, curl up. You're pushing over to one side. Make sure that you twist the body. We're not coming all the way back down. Exhale to the other side. So lower onto the shoulder blades as you inhale. Exhale to the side. Can you keep your knees and feet still as you do this? Pressure staying even on each side of the pelvis. One more to each side. And roll back down. Let's open the arms out, ready for shoulder bridge. So we're going to curl up. Okay, hold that lift, right leg into the air, let's peel it up. And we're going to pulse down and up, left glute doing all that work, push through the heel. Peel it down, stay with hips high. Let's lift that left leg, dip and push back up. Really put that pressure down through the heel. And down, and let's curl down. Taking the arms up, we're going to go up to the ceiling. Retract those shoulders. Now we're going middle side, middle side. Let's follow those fingertips. Exhale, curl up, push through the middle. Come back to the shoulder blades, twist to the side. Middle. To the other side. Trying to keep the knees and feet still. Follow those fingertips. Last one. And down. Let's open those arms out. Back to shoulder bridge. Curling up, push those knees forwards. Let's lift the right leg and extend it to the ceiling. Flex the foot, give me a bicycle. Can you get that leg to lower and open the hip without your back becoming involved? So use that glute. Open the hip. Let's fold it in, bring the left leg up, extend. Let's flex that foot, push it away. Keep the hips lifted. Try and keep them level. Pushing down through that right heel. Last one. And in and fold it back down for me. Let's give those knees a hug and just rock the hips from side to side. Okay, wonderful. From there, we're going to bring the feet down and we're going to go into hip rolls. So let's glue those knees and ankles together. Taking the arms into a shallow V, let's open those shoulders. Get as much shoulder onto the mat as you can. We're just going to start off really small. So take your awareness into your rib cage and try and keep the ribs on the mat. So As you can see, we're not going very far because I want you to keep that rib down. Keep that breath nice and even. And again, we're going to build on this, so stay at a level where you feel confident. Feel free to challenge yourselves if it's appropriate. We're going to do one more each way. Okay, let's make that a little bit bigger. So hips and then ribs. Turn the chin. Are your knees still glued? Exhale, pull back up. So try and keep them together. Push that top knee forwards. Push it away. You'll get much more abdominal engagement. Pushing down and away. And up. One more to each side. Okay, we're going to come into tabletop now. Knees and ankles glued. Again, keep those ribs down, keep it small. Inhale over. Exhale, pull back up. Now just check that your feet are following your knees and you're not twisting. Okay, so make sure when you've taken those knees over to the side, you can't actually see your feet. They should be hidden behind your knees. And up. Now we're going to go over, extend the top leg, pull up, fold it in. Let's go to the other side. So we lean over with the knees, extend the leg, keep those knees together, pull up and bend it in. Over, extend, up and in. One more. Now this time don't bend it back in. We're going to take the other leg to join it. Okay, over we go. Try and keep those feet together. Shoulders stay down. Exhale, pull up. So really glue those feet and knees together. Inhale over. And exhale, pull back up. Keep stretching those legs out, stretching those toes. We've got one more each way. And let's fold in. Give the knees a hug. Now, from there, just release the legs a little. Let's take the left leg over the right knee, pressing it out to the side, extend the right leg, and if you can keep head and shoulders down, you're going to take hold of that calf. If you have to lift head and shoulders, hold behind the thigh instead. So we're pulling in. And release. Cross it over the other way. Pull in. And release. Let's take the feet down. Now we're going to extend the right leg and pick up the left knee again. Let's nod the chin. And exhale, curl up. Lift head and shoulders. Feel that you're lifting from that bottom rib rather than your neck. Soften the neck down. Right, so let's lift that right leg. And we're going to switch, so you're tapping the top of the knee. And switch. Single leg stretch. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in into double leg stretch. Arms go up. Exhale. Inhale, tap to the side of the legs. Exhale. Inhale. We've got 2 more. Last one. And tuck it in, curl down. And let's just rock those hips for a moment. And bring the feet down. Can you take a nice big stretch for me? Reach out. Lengthen the abdominals. And let's bring the arms down. And bring the feet in. So from there, we're going to roll over onto our side. And come into propped position, ready for side leg kick. So make sure that elbow is underneath your shoulder and that shoulder is drawn back and you're pushing away from the floor. Lift these ribs. Okay, the knees are softly bent, so let's just take them back a little, because unlike clams or mermaid, you actually want them further back rather than in front of you. So just feel that you're lengthening out, rolling towards that kneecap rather than back onto your bottom. Let's stack those hips. Now we're going to take the arm up. No lift to begin with. Let's stretch that leg out. Lift that leg, tap to the side of the knee. Exhale, stretch and lift. And in. 2 more. Okay, let's add in that hip lift if you want to. So you're going to push over that elbow. It's not about pushing that way, you're staying over that elbow. Exhale, push. Really squeeze that underneath hip. Control it on the way back down. Push away from the floor. We've got one last one. Now, can you hold it? Take the arm forward to take the leg back. And switch. Stay lifted. We've got one more. And fold it in. Wonderful. Let's grab those ankles and take a stretch over. And recover. I'm just checking. Yeah, I thought my clock had stopped then. Okay, coming over to the other side. We could end up with one of those really long classes again if that happens. Right, get carried away. So again, just sending the knees back a little so you're not quite in a straight line. And we've got that elbow directly underneath the shoulder. Push away from the floor. Get this side switched on. Let's take that arm up. And exhale, extend the leg. And bring it back in. I need to move just a fraction that way. And push. And in. So we're really getting into the side of that hip. Push. And fold it in. Now, are we ready for that lift? You can do it. Okay, strong breath out. Push and lift. Remember, you're staying over that elbow. Keep pushing away from the floor. Stretch that toe as well. We've got 2 more here, and then remember we're holding that last one. Lift and hold. Take the leg back, the arm forwards, and switch. Keep lifting. We've got one last one. And fold it in. Let's push up and take a stretch. And recover. Fabulous. From there, we're coming into 4-point position. Over onto hands and knees, resting onto the tops of the feet. Let's lengthen out that spine. Feel supported from underneath. We're going straight into pinpoint arms and legs. I'm hoping I've estimated the distance right. Ooh, just. And in. I'm just brushing the cupboard. Right. Out and lift. Breath in. And use that breath out. Don't forget about the arm. Let's lift that arm, challenge the shoulders. Now we've got one more. Okay. Now let's just shift ourselves forwards. Shift forwards and back. Okay, stage 1 push-ups. Elbows towards the knees, forehead between your fingertips. Try not to sit back as you do it. So think aim forwards. We've got 2 more. Now push back to your shell stretch, reach the little fingers forwards, breathe down the back. Now we're going to give our abdominals, our obliques, a good stretch here. So let's take one hand slightly out to the side, cross the other hand over, make sure your hip is anchored, reach and breathe into that open side. And then on your next breath out, step to the other side. So we're reaching across. And centre. Now we're going to leave the hands in front because we're going to come over. And I'm needing to take my knees back so that we're into semi-plank. So in this position, you want to have your shoulders over your wrists and just check you haven't dropped your hips down. Okay, we need them supported from underneath, but similarly, we don't want to be flexed at the hips nor bottoms up in the air. So we're in semi-plank position now. Okay, can you flex your right foot, land onto the toes. Now push and lift. Tap the knee. We've got 2 more. Bring it down, toes down, tuck the other foot under, push and lift. Exhale, keep those abdominals switched on. One last one. Toes are under. Let's push and push. Give me a plank. Let's lower and lower. Take a stretch back. Inhale, keep the hands fixed. Exhale forwards. Down into that semi-plank. Let's straighten one leg and then the other leg. Hold that plank for me. Let's lower and lower. Push it back. Breath in. Exhale, coming forwards. Draw those shoulders back. Let's lift and lift. Hold that plank for me. Lower and lower. One last time. Left leg, right leg, hold that plank. And lower and lower. Okay, well done. Let's take a stretch back. And on your next breath out, curling up through the spine. We're going to go into the Sphinx roll now. So from there, think about using the glutes. We're going to come up onto the knees. Let's lower forwards with control. Now give me a cat stretch. Tuck under. And draw the shoulders back, lift the heart. Back to neutral, sit back. Take that stretch. Inhale. Exhale, let's curl up through the spine piece by piece. Rise up onto the knees. Lower forwards with control into your cat stretch. Curling up. And draw those shoulders back, lift the heart. Back to neutral, sit back, shell stretch. Breath in. Exhale, we're curling up onto the knees. Taking it forwards. Cat stretch, curl up. Draw the shoulders back, lift the heart. Sit back, breath in. Exhale, curl up. One last time, up onto the knees. Forwards into our cat stretches. And back. Now we're going to stay in 4-point position. We're going into thread the needle now. Let's take one arm out to the side. Bend the other elbow, you're coming through. Try and brush just past the other arm. So again, you're not sitting back and away from your arms. And we're going to push up, single arm push up. Take that arm out. Let's thread it through, come down, feel that lovely stretch across the shoulders and the back. Exhale to push up and extend. We've got 2 more. Let's take that stretch. Exhale, push up and out. One last one. Down into thread the needle and pushing up. Let's bring it in. Take the other arm out. Thread it through, come down. Push up and extend. One last one. And extend. Bring it down. Come back to those stage 1 push-ups for me. Down and push up. We've got 4 more. Last one. Okay, let's sit back to that shell stretch again. Turn onto your little fingers though. Push those arms forwards to give them a good stretch. And as we exhale, curling up through the spine, last Sphinx roll. Let's come up onto the knees. Let's stay here and take those arms out in front. Into a thigh rock back. Really lift out of the hips. So we're going to rock back and pull up. So we're making a straight line from the crown of the head to the knees. So notice if your back feels like it's taking the pressure. Exhale and really try and stay in that straight line. Keep that rib to hip connection. Okay, so we're going to repeat what we did earlier. Let's add in a bow and arrow. We did this lying down. We're doing it slightly differently now. So no rotation, just the arms. Okay, let's take the arms up. Big breath in. And exhale. Lean back. See if you can lift and get a bit of extension. One more. Now stay here. Bow and arrow. Are your quads on fire yet? Let's come up and reach round. Okay, let's sit ourselves down. We're coming into on the walk. So you want your toe against your knee. And we're going to take the hands slightly behind. Make sure that we're opening that shoulder. Take the arm up. We're going to take a lovely stretch now. So let's sweep that arm across, lift the hips, come into an extension for me, and bring it back. We've done a lot of work in flexion today, so we really need to get some extension in to balance that out. Draw that shoulder back and turn the chest to the ceiling. One more here. Now, we're going to come down onto the forearm, take hold of that top leg, give that quad a stretch. So abdominals are in, and we're pressing the knee back to feel length in the front of the thigh. And then we need to give those glutes and hips a good stretch out. So if we stretch that leg out, that top leg out, and turn over into pigeon stretch. Now fold forwards but reach out. I want you to really reach forwards. Draw the shoulders back, lift the chest. So back leg, you want to be on your kneecap. And let's stretch forwards. And lift. One last one. Pushing up now, we're going to come onto the other side. So let's sit back onto the hip and just bring the knees across. Okay, into our lovely body stretch all the way up from the leg through the abdominals into the shoulders. Hands slightly behind you. Let's take that arm out. Sweep the arm across, lift the hips. And bring it back down. Sweep across and lift. Really enjoy that moment. One last one. Okay, coming down onto the forearm. Let's take hold of that top foot and just see if you can ease that knee back to feel some length in the front of the thigh. let's stretch that top leg out. Draw the bottom leg up and folding over into your pigeon stretch. So again, we want to reach forwards as we lower. Draw the shoulders back and start to lift the heart away from the floor. Fold forwards, lengthen. One last one. Wonderful. From there, just bring your hands back a little and let's push back onto the knees. Now we're going to tuck the toes and we're going to come up with a roll up if you can. Use a squat if you prefer. So what we need to do is get those feet down. Lengthen the spine. Make sure that you're balanced over the feet. Feel some pressure down into the ball of the foot. And then as you exhale, curling all the way up through the spine, restacking. Let's take the arms up and take a circle. Okay, so from there, we'll take the arms forwards. We're going to do a bow and arrow, but I'd like you to reach out. Reach up over the top and round, changing sides. Draw back, open out and reach. Now let's take the arms down. Step one leg back, press the heel away and then ease it down into a lunge. And then push up and step in. Changing sides, let's step that leg back. Ease the heel away from you. And then to deepen it, come down into that lunge. And then just soften and step in. And let's take soft knees and a well-deserved big breath in and stretch up. Now just follow one hand down and down, and again stretch up. Follow the other hand and down, and then just the arms and the breath. And there you go, you've finished your level 2 mat workout. I hope you enjoyed that this morning. So, Jean watching as well, wonderful. Take care everyone, enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you again soon.